what, like about 100 minutes. I might go longer. I have a ton to say about like a couple things in particular. Okay? Let me, first of all, before we start, let me send out a tweet and make a post on the channel to let everyone know we're back from break. I'm starting up with shout outs, and then we're going to do recap reactions so everyone knows what's going on. Okay? Let me do that quickly. So, I am now back from break for the second half of my Xbox Bethesda stream. Join me live for my recap reactions segment, where I will go in depth on everything that was just announced and covered at the what do they call it? The showcase event. Thanks, and see you there. Let me get the link to the stream. We got 50 people back. Not bad. We got 50 people back. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate that. Go ahead and send that out. I'm going to do the community post. So now undoubtedly we'll get a bunch more people back, because now they'll know that I'm back from pooping. Okay. Alright, so before we jump into my recap reactions, allow me to do shout outs for people who contributed while I was doing the live react, alright? Alright, let's do it. So, I'll do a brief intro. During this portion, I'm going to go through everything that was just shown in detail to tell you what I thought about it. So if you missed the live event, don't worry, you're still going to get everything, just no visuals, okay? Or if you want my fuller thoughts, because remember, it was very hard for me to give my full thoughts on this stuff when I was taking notes and then, on to the next, on to the next. I just kind of commented as quickly as I could. This will be more in-depth for sure. And like I said, this might actually be longer than the show. The show was, 100 minutes? This may be longer because I have a lot to say about a few things here, okay? If you were waiting to do any kind of a contribution, because I said earlier on I was not going to shout them out, as of this moment, I will now be shouting them out. So if anyone contributes in any way, there'll be pop-ups, and I will stop to shout out your contributions, answer your questions, etc., as if this was a normal stream, okay? I know that last segment was a little different, but now we're going back to normalcy, okay? Fair enough? And no, just for the record, there have been no behind-the-scenes tips or anything like that as of now. All right? Just so everyone knows. Okay? All right, are we ready to get... I kind of reserve my judgment until I actually get a chance to play it. But initial reaction, it doesn't look terrible. But also, it doesn't kind of look good. You know what I mean? Like, it just kind of is. Which is weird because the way that it was originally presented last year made it look more like it would be a story-based game. And in reality, no, this just looks like a co-op style shooter, again, like Left 4 Dead. Is there going to be a story? Yes, but I don't think that's going to be the focus. It's more the camaraderie, the teamwork of the team working together to beat these groups of vampires. The next game was not a game. The next game was an announcement by Riot Games that their games, of which they've primarily only made for PC up to this point, would now be coming to the Xbox series of consoles. So, for example, games like League of Legends, the real-time strategy game, Valorant, the first-person shooter, which I believe is a team-based first-person shooter, right? Legends of Runeterra, which is their take on a card game, much like Hearthstone is Blizzard's take on a card game like that, right? So they announced all these are coming to Xbox, all right, by winter. And all the games will be absolutely, positively, 100%, you ready? Free. Except for microtransactions. Game Pass. Oh, they're not. Wait, what? 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 I'm being told by my audience right now, they are not coming to console. They're only going to be on PC and mobile. What? I was watching this presentation live with all of you. This presentation led me, the way that they presented it, led me to believe it was coming to Xbox. And people are now telling me it's not. So what's the fucking point of the announcement? You could get them on PC and mobile right fucking now. Is the announcement that if you get them via Game Pass, you get bonuses or something? Who cares? Again, I watched the whole thing live, and it totally pushed it. It made you feel like it was going to be on Xbox. I am appalled right now. Okay. Next, they presented Overwatch 2, which looks very familiar. It kind of looks like a game. You may have heard about this one before, all right? Overwatch 1, it literally looks exactly the same. The characters look slightly different, but outside of that, it looks like they didn't even really change much. It's basically that. Now, they did do an announcement of a new character that on the wall it was written that her name is the Wastelander, and she has kind of an Aussie accent and is about to do a fight in a dome or an arena that kind of looks like something from Mad Max, like Thunderdome or something. And it said this game is going to be coming out in October. All right, there will be free to play. There will not be a purchase involved. It will be a free to play game. And there will be an early access to it in October that some people will actually be able to play the game. Now, do I believe that a common person will be able to play this game in October? Probably not. Probably what's going to end up happening is the gaming media, journalists, fucking, especially selected content creators will be able to play it. They did not give a date when the game will be free for all. All they said is there is to be this exclusive early version of the game that you can play in October. Okay? So, I don't know. I guess we'll see as more happens. We get more information about this. But, I mean, I'll be honest. I wasn't blown away. It looked to me like Overwatch 1. It really didn't look that different at all. It looked like maybe they didn't want to even change some of the characters from Overwatch 1 that are in it. So they play almost exactly the same. It was looking at it like, oh, I know that ability. I recognize that ability. Right? So I don't know. Overwatch 1 launched in 2016. The gaming landscape was very different back then. I think people were looking for more co-op style games and things like this. I mean, we're many years later now. The gaming landscape has definitely changed. Those kind of games are a dime a dozen now, right? Those co-op shooters and everything. So, will this game have the same kind of clout and traction that it did, 6+ years ago in the modern day? I don't know. I'll be honest. I really don't know if it will. We may be in a situation where even though the previous game did incredibly well and was very popular, this one may not be. I don't. He says he has a very special announcement of a partnership that he would like to talk about right now, but he's going to let the man himself talk about it. And the screen fades to black, and then it fades back in. And when it fades back in, ladies and gentlemen, there he is in all of his splendor. All right, you can see it, the radiance exuding from the man's body. This man is not a man, but he's a myth and a legend as well. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, on the screen, appearing to all of us on our devices when we were watching, he is the great, the epic, the lauded, the applauded, the worshipped, the very, very deserving, the man of the hour, ladies and gentlemen, Kojima-san! Oh, Kojima-san, hello. It was Hideo Kojima. And he comes on screen to announce he has a new game concept that he is going to launch exclusively in a partnership with Xbox. Now, why is it exclusively in a partnership with Xbox? Because he has been following Xbox's cloud technology, okay? And he's making a new game, a new concept for a game that will implement a unique way to have this cloud technology as part of it. Now, what will that be? We have no idea. We all know Kojima-san is a guy that thinks way out there when it comes to game design. I mean, look at Death Stranding and how weird of a game it is, right? So we have no idea what he's got in mind or what he's working on in regards to this new upcoming project. Originally, people said there was a rumor that his next project is a game called Overdose starring the woman who played Mama in Death Stranding. Is that the game he's referencing here? We don't know, because he doesn't give us any information about this at all. He just says this is a new exclusive partnership to do this on Xbox using the new cloud technology. Okay? Now, that's really all he says. And, you know, some people are very excited to hear that Kojima-san is going to be working now with Xbox. Remember, his last partnership was actually with Sony with Death Stranding. But the weirdest thing happened at the very end of this announcement. All right? So, at the very end of this announcement, Kojima-san goes, and to Sony, I just have something to say. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, Sony fanboys, Xbox for life. Okay, he didn't do that either. He didn't do that either. But that's funny because it seems like that's how people behaved. Like they thought, because Kojima-san is now going to have a game that apparently is going to be exclusive to Xbox, much like Death Stranding, right, was on Sony exclusively. It seemed like all of a sudden, everyone on the internet was pissed. Oh, why is it on one and not the other? Wait a minute. We thought that he was a Sony guy, and now he's going to Xbox. He's the defector. Defector. So, I get the feeling we are going to have discussion about this for a while. There's going to be people arguing about Kojima-san, right, doing this exclusively on Xbox for a while. Although, if what he's saying he's doing it there because of the technology, then can you really even fault him? If he has a unique idea for a game and he feels he can only make it work on Xbox because they're doing this cloud stuff, then, I mean, good for him, I guess, right? I'm just curious what the hell kind of game could we be using cloud technology? I can't even think of, that's a delivery service to deliver the game. That's not a way to play a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder what it could be. And I'm also wondering if it's going to work because, as you know, a lot of the times when cloud saves and cloud streaming of the game, it doesn't work right. Our technology is not really there. Our internet is not really there to be able to handle it. So, I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. We'll probably get more information about this soon. But, yeah, what on earth is he talking about? I have absolutely no idea. It was actually definitely one of the bombshell announcements of this conference, but I didn't know what he was talking about, right? I mean, you could only guess. The game they're making already exists. And I have a hard time justifying that anything that I saw today about Starfield blew me away, or in reality, if it even interested me. I thought the combat was boring as shit. I thought that the graphics were very blasé and not very original or interesting. It felt like just kind of a generic kind of game. The conversation with the characters, even the characters, the way they look, they don't look that great. Again, the conversations, I did this before in Fallout, right? He lands on a planet. I've done this before in No Man's Sky. I've seen this already. I've already played this game. So why am I playing it again? Why are we hyping it again? Why does anyone really care that much if that's the game? Then I'm a little confused, right? Like, up to now, I was like, oh, we don't know what it is. We don't know what it is. I'm not going to get hype about it until we know what it is, all right? After today, I don't think I have any hype for Starfield, like, at all. Like, I think for what I was seeing, and now we know what it is, I don't think I'm interested. I'm not saying that I'm not going to play it, being that it's probably going to be a giant AAA release when it comes out. But from what I saw, this game did not do anything very original at all. And we already have this game. So I don't know what the point is. You see? And also, I wonder, did they learn from all the shortcomings of No Man's Sky? Or are we going to land on a planet that's procedurally generated and it's mostly empty and it's boring, there's nothing on it? Why am I here? If that's the case, this game would become an incredible amount of busy work. All right? Now, here's something. Semi-Inept says, well, I don't get your take because you're excited for Callisto Protocol even though it's Dead Space 4. That's correct. Why am I excited for Callisto Protocol? Because there is no Dead Space 4. Dead Space is a beloved franchise of horror that everyone liked and just came to a screeching halt, and it's done. It's dead in the water. There's no more Dead Space. With Callisto Protocol, you're getting Dead Space 4. Right now, if I want to play No Man's Sky, I can actually just go play No Man's Sky. It's out already. It exists. You see? Get it? And some people are saying, well, there's no No Man's Sky 2. Okay, I get you. But No Man's Sky is a constantly evolving, improving game. Sean Murray to this day is still releasing new content for No Man's Sky to improve upon it. So why do you need to buy another game that's the same thing? Right? Right?